All right, so quick review. In part one, we just kind of set the stage of what's going on with the Police versus Sting in the song Every Breath You Take. In part two, we dived into the subject that nobody's talking about, this old song from the 1960s, Every Breath I Take, written by a super team of songwriters, Gerry, Goffin, and Carole King. It's not the same song, but it has the same lyrical hook, the same machine, every breath, every step, just like Sting writes Every Breath, Every Step. It uses the same doo-wop type chord progression like Stand By Me. So the question is, if Sting just wrote this kind of throwback, almost a pastiche to 50s, 60s doo-wop, why is this one of the biggest songs ever, right? How did it become a huge hit twice? That's the question we're going to answer here in part 3, because now the answer to that question is Andy Summers. Based on the different accounts of what happened that day when this massive hit was born, the way I picture it is Sting wanted to write a hit song. As we talked about, he admitted that, he was thinking about like Stand By Me. Earth Angel comes to mind. When you look on the lyrics just on a surface level, they could be romantic, sentimental, pretty standard, and kind of forgettable. But then he hands it over to Andy, and Andy transforms it beautifully. So how does he do this? Instead of strumming the chords, like a normal pop song, Andy breaks them into a repeating arpeggio. Now that's not super remarkable, but it was a great choice, especially in terms of the content of the song and what it becomes. So an arpeggio, that just means you don't play the chord all at once, you play the notes one by one. But the real trick is not just the arpeggio. The real trick are the notes that Andy chooses. He doesn't just play those major minor triad chords. So this is probably kind of what it sounded like in terms of what Sting handed to Andy that day. And I'll use a piano. Very basic, right? Just plain major minor chords. That's A major. That is the doo-wop progression, right? But what Andy does is he adds ninths, okay? And this is where the song gets nerdy. So a normal major chord is built from 3 notes, the root, the third, and the fifth. That's just the basic chord. Stable, clear, finished. But a ninth is different. So the ninth is basically the second note of the scale moved up an octave. So if the chord is an A major, the ninth is B. That B does not destroy the chord, but it doesn't make it sound wrong. It just kind of opens it up. Suddenly the chord is not closed anymore. It's kind of suspended. It's brighter. It gets colder. And I'll demonstrate this for you real simply. But that's what started to transform this into just a typical doo-wop pop song into the crazy hit and this feeling of like surveillance, and there's something creepy about the song, right? So he takes normal chords and adds that extra note that kind of makes them go sideways. It's not like jazz or fusion or prog rock. It's just slightly wrong. And that's where the emotional engine of Every Breath You Take comes from. Because the lyric is doing one thing, and that guitar hook is doing another. The lyric says, I miss you. The guitar says, something's off here. The lyric says, this is a love song. The guitar says, no, it's not. So that's where the tension comes from. And I think it's really cool because Andy, he doesn't even take credit for this. I think he should, But technically, he's said in many interviews that this idea came from listening